shoot, wrong video. Shoot, this ain't it either. Safety is no laughing matter. And if you're my 16 to 20-year-old self, and you're rolling your eyes right now, I get it. But I can tell you right now, these driving rules and safety tips have kept me alive and accident-free, driving professionally for the last 20 years. Let me tell you what this video is not. This video is not about tire tread or adjusting your mirrors. This video is about hardcore rules that are going to keep your butt out of trouble. But before we get into the video, yeah, you thought I was going to say like and subscribe. Now I'm going to wait to the end to ask you to do that. But if you want to like and subscribe, that's totally cool. Stick around at the end though, because I'm going to be talking about like some cool videos coming up, also explain the first scene and everything. But you're here for safety, so let's go. Today we're going to start with the 5 seeing habits. What are the 5 seeing habits? The 5 seeing habits are 5 methods that emphasize what you are looking at and what you are paying attention to. So let's start. Number 1, aim high in steering. Hopefully you can drive a little straighter than that BB. But what is aim high in steering? Well, aim high in steering is just that. When you use an imaginary target and look well ahead, it will actually center your car in the lane of traffic. Whether you're driving a motorcycle, a car, a bus, or a semi-truck, it doesn't matter. This is applicable across all platforms, right? No matter what you're driving. Practical story, I'm going to try to keep these to a minimum, but I have a bunch of stories. I always do, if anybody knows me, right? So I'm driving my dad's bus to Disney. We're going to Disney, and I noticed, it's the first time I've driven in a little bit. I've been driving since I was 12, but, maybe it's just on our street. Maybe it's around, whatever. I'm driving, and I realize that I'm a little close to either the yellow line or the white line. And I realize I'm going to have to fall back on my training and actually look well ahead to keep that bus in that middle lane between the mayonnaise and the mustard. And that's the point, keeping it between the mayonnaise and the mustard. So that's number 1. All good kids like milk. So aim high in steering. 2, get the big picture. Get the big picture. The biggest thing about this one is staying away from billboards. Unfortunately, with the bus, you are the billboard. So when people come up too close to you at a stop sign or a red light or something like that, they can't see around you. That's the point of getting the big picture. Getting the big picture so you can see the red light, so you can see what's going on in the intersection ahead of you, stuff like that, right? You want to see everything. Stay back, see it all, get the big picture. Number 3, keep your eyes moving. I'm not going to rant about all of these. Certain ones of these are absolutely just big deals for me. But I do want to talk about this one for a second. Keep your eyes moving, right? Keep your eyes moving looks like this. So what does keep your eyes moving look like? It looks like this. Your front every 2 seconds, every rear 5 to 8 seconds. And so how we teach this is actually triangle drill. You go to the front, to the side, to the side, to the front. And I will say, so with the bus, and I talk about this in part of the driving video, is the gauges. So what we're going to do now, we're going to introduce that. I'm going to call it a 4-point. So you're going to go to your front, and you're going to go to your left, go to your front, to your right, and then to the front, and then back to your gauges. So that's keep your eyes moving. You just got to keep your head on a swivel. Always leave yourself an out. Leave yourself an out. That is a big one for me. I'm going to illustrate it like this. Me and my son were going over a viaduct the other day. He's 15. I'm trying to teach him how to drive, really drilling down on some of these finer points. Well, we get up there to this viaduct, and we're going over there, and in the middle of it, I go, "Where's your out, bud? Like, where's your plan of escape, right?" And he has to look in his left mirror. And I'm like, "Nope, you've already failed." He looked at me. He's like, "Well, I can't take the ditch over here." I was like, "Dude, the ditch is that's an option, right?" And like, I don't mean to get so passionate about it, but I was like, here, you should always know in that left, he should have known that he had a left lane clear. And I knew it. because I was paying attention. So what is your plan of escape? How are you going to get out of a situation? If you will stay back, see it all, get the big picture, and actually leave yourself an out, a plan of escape, you will stay out of wrecks. Make sure they see you. Guys, whether you are going into an intersection or if it's a driveway or anything like that, horns, lights, and signals. Make sure they see you. Don't take a chance with somebody's life or your own. Make sure that, especially with a 40,000-pound bus, make sure they see you. All right, that's the 5 seeing habits. Now let's get into the good stuff. 10-point commentary. So the 10-point commentary is where all the safety stuff comes in and it really shines. So let's start. When you're starting up at an intersection, at a red light, first things first, when you roll up to a red light, you don't just roll up and if there's a car in front of you, you roll up 2-3 foot off the bumper. What rule does that violate on the 5 seeing habits? The billboard, right? Stay back, see it all. So leave yourself a car length, right? Especially in a coach, I leave a car length and a half, 2 lengths. That way, what if a car stalls? What if they don't go? What if they do back it up, Terry? Right into, guys, anything can happen in an intersection. Give yourself just a little space. So the way the rules go, the first 3 is look left, right, left when you're at the intersection, right? And then you leave 1 car length. And then as the car in front of you pulls away, you count 1, 2, 3. I'm going to say it like this. There is the spirit of the law and then the letter of the law. The letter of the law says count 1, 2, 3. But the idea is this: give a space cushion. Story time. I'm at a PCM, a pre-communication meeting with a group of drivers, and we're having this meeting. And one of the guys says, "Hey, I take these rules to heart. They will save your life, and they have saved my life." He said that the day prior, he was coming home from his work area, right? He was going back to the center. And as he's going up there, he stopped at a red light. He gave it that 2-3 seconds, right? If he would not have, he would have been T-boned he would have been in a wreck, a very bad wreck. So give it some time, guys. Let that intersection clear out. So those are the first 3. Next is following distance. Following distance is one of my biggest, it's not even a pet peeve, guys. People are unsafe. For the love of everything good, leave a space cushion. Because, guys, you can't react, right? So I know I'm a little passionate about this, but leave a space cushion. What I've been taught for 20 years is 4 to 6, 6 to 8. 4 to 6 under 30, 6 to 8 over 30. And in a big rig like this, or a big vehicle, or really any vehicle, I was riding my motorcycle, right? And I relied on these habits, these safety tips, these rules to keep me safe while riding that motorcycle. 4 to 6, 6 to 8. You've got to leave some space. If you watch the driving video fully, you probably heard me rant. Leave space, guys. Up next, 8 to 12 seconds I leave time. This is how I teach that. You need to know as far in front of you what's going on, right? When I first started with the company, it was like 12 to 15 seconds I lead time. And then they changed it to 8 to 12. This is the way I see it. You need to know as far ahead of you, like what's going on, guys. Because if there's a wreck in front of you, how are you going to react? Go ahead and slow it down, With a 40,000-pound bus, like whatever, you're not going to stop on a dime. Know what's ahead of you. 8 to 12 seconds I lead time. All right, these next few actually probably have more to do with, being in parking lots, different things like that. But we're going to run through them. I'm going to use a cheat sheet, and I'm actually going to just read them off to you. Scan steering wheels. Basically, when you are in a parking lot or a certain situation like that where, you're having to kind of scan the area, right? So your head's always on a swivel, like I talked about. Keep your eyes moving, right? But what you're going to do is look for life in these cars, whether it be the backup lamps of the vehicle, or if it's somebody just got in their car. Know what's going on, because anything can happen just like that. Stale green lights. If you are a teenager and you've been in my car, this is what I do, guys. I teach. I love teaching stuff, whether it be audio at church or whether it be something, driving related, especially driving related. Love it. Stale green lights. So when you are coming up to an intersection and that you did not see that light turn green, that is considered what we call a stale green light. And that stale green light, you've got to treat it like this. You have a point of decision. That's what I tell these kids. They get in my car. All right, what is your point of decision? So you're driving along and you did not see that light turn green. So you know it could turn yellow at any point. You're rolling up there. There is a point in which you can safely stop that vehicle, and there's a point in which you got to pass, roll on through. It's even more exaggerated in one of these, guys. You've got a lot of weight. It's kind of like trying to stop a freight train. It's hard sometimes. So instead of your point of decision, maybe a little further back from that red light. But regardless, you got to make a point of decision. You got to know that it's a stale green light. It goes back to knowing, having your 8 to 12 seconds eye lead time. All of this kind of, comes together and it all works in tandem, right? So establish eye-to-eye contact. If you're going and there's a pedestrian on the sidewalk, use your horns like the signals. Make sure they see you. Hit the horn. Okay, make eye contact with that person. Looking over your left shoulder is a little hard. I know I've seen some videos with coaches where you've got a slide or what have you, and you can't really see as well beside you, right? But we are taught when we look over the left shoulder as we pull away, right? And then also use your mirrors 5 to 8 seconds. That goes back to the triangle method where you go left mirror, so this is a reverse camera, so it may be backwards, but whatever. One mirror forward, other mirror forward, and for us coach owners that have gauges that we have to pay attention to, those gauges are going to keep you from having a big bill. If you fry your motor because your oil pressure goes away because you weren't paying attention. I know we got alarms and all that other stuff, but guys, know what's going on with your coach, right? So one mirror front, other mirror front, gauges. You keep your eyes moving. So that is the 5 seeing habits in 10-point commentary. Sorry, I paused. I realize how much I say in these videos, but those are the 5 seeing habits, 10-point commentary. Guys, leave a comment if there's anything that was super helpful or like, oh man, I never thought of it that way. I love that. Also, if you've got any other comments on like, hey, I would love to see this video, shoot a comment. Let me know what y'all want to see. Because guys, I'm here to help y'all. It's just a fun thing. When you've built a bus and, you're getting to use it, people are like, wow. And they have questions. I know you've got questions. Put them in the comments. Hit the like button, subscribe. Now let me explain what I was talking about in the beginning of the video. All right, so what all this is we're actually going to do a video on how much it costs to build Gus out, tally up these receipts, figure it out. I may mention the coach and how much it cost, but I did see another YouTuber actually look at the coach and talk, and I just don't know. We'll see about that, but definitely on how much the cost was, breakdown, and all that other. Also, super excited. I've got a friend with a schoolie, and we're going to go coach bus versus schoolie and what the differences are, what the reason why I picked a coach bus and the reason why he picked a schoolie. Totally different purposes, reasons, but still cool nonetheless. We're going to talk about it. Y'all like and subscribe. Thank you so much for watching. Really appreciate it.